as promised. So, the question was, how bad do you have to feel to do something about it? And I like this lighting way better than the unforgiving lighting at work. Sorry, there's hair. Probably mine. So I want to give a little history to those of you that don't know me very well. I am what I call the survivor of the quadruple complex. Because I feel I've been through it all. I've done it all. And I always would say they'd come in threes at me. And it just went on and on and on and on, forever and a day. But when it was the worst was when the insecurities of others show up. Now, I've got 2 exes, contracts, that I was married to. So I call them my 2 contracts. And I have 2 baby daddies. So that's 4. Okay? And honestly, my marriages were 15 years apart. And I had my kids in between. And baby daddy number 1 I was only with for 1 year. Lived with for not even a year. Should have never done it. Baby daddy number 2, I just had a baby with. That was it. First husband, second husband, no babies. And thank God. But my point is, I let all the insecurities of other people drain me of my own happiness. At one point, I was married to the second husband. Baby daddies 1 and 2 both took me back to court at the same time. And were physically, mentally, emotionally out to get me on every which level they could. And financially is where they went after me. Because they knew I'd always work and make money. But the thing about it was, everything that they did, everything that they came after me with, and believe me, I'm not talking that this was easy or this didn't take me a long time, but everything that they threw at me and everything they came after me with and every story that they told and every lie that they embellished based on maybe a partial truth and then just blew it up to whatever they felt that they could use, and encouraged my family, because I walked away from them 16 years ago and they became part of the family versus me with the kids. And I never kept my kids from my family. They were free to go anytime. I just didn't attend any of the functions. But the biggest part of it, that all these people, think about this, all those people and my family and contract number 1 and baby daddy number 1 and baby daddy number 2 got together and put a tracker on my car. And they don't think I knew about all that. But see, the thing is, me, I went through it all. I lived through it all because I know I'm patient. And I knew eventually karma would come to play. And the thing about it is, it's been 20 years, roughly. And one just kept taking me back all the time. Because they would get what they want, and then it wasn't enough, or blah, 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 or she's a bad mom. You know, and my daughter, to this day, doesn't really talk to me because of a lot of what she's been fed. But the thing about it is, true narcissist, and boy, did I attract them. All of them were, in some sense. Some to bigger degrees than the other. But the empath narcissist paradigm is always going to be that. And they tried to break me. And in some instances I did, because I went to the hospital. And then it just kept happening, and they just kept digging with what they could. But the thing is, what they failed to realize, in the end, it made me better, stronger, set bigger and better boundaries that nobody will ever be able to fuck with again. And they created their own karma in their life. And now, unfortunately, they're receiving it. And it's coming to them in ways that now they tell people that I put a hex, or I put a curse, or I did witchcraft, or I did whatever. I don't do any of that bullshit. The only thing I did was I loved myself. And I took back all my kindness and all the things that I used to do and all the everything, and I took it back and I focused it on me instead. And now my life is taking off, and my life is changing, and my life is going into those beautiful things that I couldn't have when they were little. Two things that really still bother me, and I'm working on it, is I breastfed both my children. And I know that they could feel the angst, the anxiety, the just wanting to survive and keep them safe within me while breastfeeding. And as a mother, it's really hard, because you want the best for them. And the other thing, is the guilt of, did you do all the things that you could? Did you fight hard enough? And I know my daughter thinks that I didn't. But, when you have people that do things like, I have never been able to talk to my daughter on the phone probably since she was about 12. Never given a phone number, never anything. And then the daughter is told that I don't want to talk to her. That's how they play the game, because they want to make themselves look better. Or I didn't reach out. Well, the thing was, my daughter has an iCloud email. She had Instagram. She kind of quit responding to things, but I always had a way to send her something. But I'm telling you, when people are that insecure about themselves, that they gotta go and group up together to take you down, when you do that with somebody that has relied on faith her entire life, meaning faith in self, that I can survive anything, because I did. Piece that I was missing was loving myself more than what I was doing for everybody else. And now, even though, yes, I don't see my children as much, but my life is finally my life. And I get to go off and do these great, wonderful things and helping others realize their worth and who they are in their soul. There's no greater gift. And for those of you that helped me on my journey by the destruction that you thought that you threw at me, I thank you. Made me who I am. And I hope you understand. Comes back tenfold. Send you love. I hope you heal. And anybody that's struggling with loving themselves, please reach out. My email is on all my platforms. I can give you the tools that I think it's here somewhere. Hold up. I know it's here. I threw it trying to organize everything. me and all my stuff. But I had created a journal, and I published it about a year and a half ago. The journaling is what got it all out for me. And I'm almost finished with the book, which I think maybe later today I might read another chapter for you guys. But my point is, do not let them think they took you down. Because when things start going well for you, they just get to watch. So, I love you, my haters, too. Because, you know what? I'm an example of those of us who you can try to break, but we never do. Go love on yourself. Have yourself a beautiful day. I'll see you soon.